You're listening to me, Nigel Streeter, on Bro Radio 98.1 FM. And after a few messages, we'll be going back to the decade that fashion forgot, the 1970s. And I know that's the case because I was there. And we'll be having the likes of Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, some classic rock from Led Zeppelin, Alice Cooper and Judas Priest. So stay with me for lots more on your weekly wildcard on Bro Radio. Hello, my name is Nigel Streeter, and you may or may not be wondering why I'm sitting here in the Bro Radio studios in Barry in the beautiful Vale of Glamorgan in South Wales. The answer to that is very simple. What you see me doing here now is what this film is all about. The film is called Keener Seniors, and it's about inspirational older people in our communities who, maybe through circumstance, maybe through desire, later in life do some of the things that they never did when they were younger. You'll be hearing a little bit more about my story later in the film, but for now, let's meet the Keener Seniors.
Hello, I'm Dilys.
Hello, I'm Don.
Hello, I'm Janet.
Hello, I'm Grace.
I'm Dilys and I'm 86, and maybe you should know that I'm the oldest woman skydiver in the world. And I've got the Guinness Book of Records, and I got that when I was 81. So I'm a bit unusual in that I was still skydiving at the age of 85.
I do like travelling, and the last 5 years I've visited many countries. I've travelled as far as Australia, and that was exceptionally nice, to Perth. I've been to India, I've been to America a couple of times, Florida mostly.
I studied drama, and my dream was to be an actor, but this was back in the early 80s, and the opportunities were hard to come by then. So I had to get a proper job. But then, later on, I had a bit of a health scare, and I had one of those moments in my life where you think, do I really want to be doing this until I retire? And the honest answer was no.
When I was 20, I had a very important decision to make in relation to whether I went to what was then called drama college or I became a police officer. Now, being 20, I took what I thought was probably the boring option, the predictable option, and I joined the South Wales Police in 1979. It turned out to be one of the best decisions I've ever made, because when I was 50, I got to retire with a police pension, which has now given me the security to do all the things I wanted to do since I was a young man.
I found there wasn't enough support out there for people suffering depression and anxiety. I felt as if I was banging my head against a brick wall. I couldn't find anybody, I couldn't do anything. So in the end I thought, right, let's try, let's do it, let's have a go. So myself and I had two other ladies, we started off in the coach house outside behind the old post office cafe, and members, they just started coming, and we've been going for 3 years now, and a second group has started up now. But I'm really passionate about mental health because of my son's suicide as well. So even looking after him for 17 years, there wasn't any help out there really, do you know what I mean? There wasn't.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Touch Trust, which I founded after I'd retired. Now, I used to do a lot of dance work and movement with children with special needs. Some had sight impairment, hearing impairment, and different disabilities. But there was a group for whom we were not reaching, and they were the young people with profound and multiple disabilities and sometimes extreme autism. And so my programme is unique. It's still being taught all the way around the country. We've got about 1,000 adults and children who take part in this every week, and sometimes then that gives them the development to move into other sections and societies, which is wonderful.
I've been a lot of places in Europe, France, Spain, Canary Islands. The recent one is in Morocco. I skied for 40 years, snow skiing, but I stopped last year. The signs were there. It's just the like of doing it, and the pleasure of seeing different countries. And really, when you're on your own, people talk to you. People talk to you a lot.
I thought, what can I do to actually make my daydreams, if you like, come true? So I had a look at some acting classes, because that's what I am really. I'm a show-off. And I found the Actors Workshop and started to go to them. My problem was, the week after the interview, I had to go in for some surgery. So I lied. I told a little fib. I said that I had to go in for a minor operation and that I was going to miss one of the lessons. And they said, that's fine. Seeing as you told us in advance, that's okay. The fib was that it was minor surgery. It wasn't, it was heart surgery. But when I came out, I dove straight back into it. I paced myself. And I never looked back. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
So what am I now? I'm a radio presenter with a local radio station. I'm an actor. I'm sometimes mature model. I'm a presenter. I'm also one of the founders of Film Focus Wales, which is the organisation which is responsible for making this particular film. And the organisation which tries to get older people in our communities to be involved in creative activities.
I struggle every single day with my mental health, and my physical disabilities as well. But setting this group up is given me a new lease of life, it really has. And it helps so many people, and I feel proud that it helps so many people.
It's the attitude, it's a switch of mind. Old people are wise people, and I think that's got to be recognised.
So even though this film has featured people who might be considered to be inspiring in their own ways, it's not about world-shattering events. It's about you taking the opportunity to live your own personal dream, to do the things that matter to you. Have a go. You never know.
Let me tell you a little bit about my philosophy of life. I believe that we come into this world to help each other and to help those who are less able. My thoughts on people remaining active right into old age in their communities, it's my passion. I believe that people live until the day they die. I live until the day I die. Our bodies start to do less well, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a very positive attitude.
It's the up and go, the motivation. You've got to have a plan in your mind what you're going to do today. And that's my motivation, is to get out there and do a bit. When passion becomes an opportunity, grab it with both hands.
All my life, I daydreamed about being an actor. That was my thing. I realised that it is never too late and you're never too old to make your dreams come true.
This is Pro Radio Awards for Volunteer of the Year, and winning this award has made me even more determined to keep going and get more groups set up. There's no reason why I can't do anything that I'm really passionate about. It's just in the heart. It really is in the heart. Even if I was 100 years of age, I think I'd still be doing this.
So, there you have it. You've just met the keenest seniors. At Film Focus Wales, we like to involve older people from our communities in our creative projects whenever we can, and to give them the opportunity to tell their stories, to talk about the things that they think are important in their lives. I suppose the central theme would be that if you can make or take an opportunity, grab it with both hands. We all know that as we get older, the flesh gets weaker, but the spirit can still burn strong and bright. Thank you very much.